Just trying to kill time kindly. We're good. Oh, on is a good setting. On is our favorite. All right, take a beat. Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today, we will witness Governor Josh Green sign two bills. SB2841 establishes May 15 of each year as Water Safety Day, and SB116, which authorizes the issuance of special number plates or license plates that recognize renowned waterman and lifeguard Duke Kahanamoku. Facilitated questions and answers will follow promptly after remarks conclude, and the formal bill signing will commence shortly thereafter. Without further ado, it is my honor and privilege to introduce Governor Josh Green.
Aloha. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, legislative leaders, for doing all the work. Okay, I appreciate you. And thank you, everyone, for witnessing a very positive day. Now, people wondered why we're signing these bills right away. And the real reason is we have to recognize the challenges we have in Hawaii. It's a pleasure to sign a bill that reflects on the importance of water safety, in one part because we lose children in the water. The leading cause of death, and I had to tragically experience this as a physician on the other side of this, is highest in our state. It's the leading cause of death for children aged 1 to 17. And that was from recent data, from 2018 to 2022. This is not deep in the past. So it's very important that we do what we're doing today, which is bringing awareness. Hawaii is beautiful. Everyone worships our shores, but residents need to know that there are dangers out there, and visitors need to know too. So that was data from the Department of Health, very important to note. Also, we're going to educate our state about the life and legacy of Duke. So Duke Kahanamoku is our treasure. He's our treasured waterman and was an advocate for water safety and a superstar. Just a small vignette from yesterday, I believe. I was honored to go and participate in a small ceremony of individuals who were surfing who have faced extreme challenges in life. These are individuals who have either been paralyzed or lost limbs. And there we were at this international competition. 18 nations had sent their athletes, and there were 95 participants. And there they were standing in the shadow of Duke's statue. And he was inspiring them, and they were inspiring the rest of us. And that was just something extraordinary. So you can see that thread of aloha from Duke, from his legacy, into these athletes. And I tell you, they are extraordinary athletes in spite of the challenges they faced. So this is a gift that really gives to Hawaii. So to honor Duke is a special thing. So Senate Bill 2841 is going to designate May 15th, which I think is that today? Unbelievable. We actually did it on the day successfully that we're honoring. Educating Hawaii's youth and the public to become safer in and around the water to help decrease the number of drownings and water-related injuries. We had an intern in our office who suffered a terrible injury in the water, and he ended up with paralysis. And he then went on to, I believe, Stanford, and is just doing incredible things. But that tragedy was something we witnessed firsthand. So that kind of thing can be prevented with this kind of legislation. And then the other bill, Senate Bill 116, commemorating, of course, the life and legacy of Duke, our native Hawaiian Olympic gold medalist in swimming and water polo. Just yesterday, my 13-year-old Sam was talking about Duke and water polo. So again, it is in the spirit of Hawaii. So I'm just so grateful that we can honor him. As one of the first internationally recognized Native Hawaiians, Duke shared surfing and the aloha spirit with the world, and that's how you really spread the message. So we're going to hear from the authors of these bills and the leaders. We also want to mention that this is not just a symbolic thing. Proceeds from the special number plates are going to be used to benefit Outriggers Foundation, that is about Duke, that he represents, to fund programs that promote water safety and swim education, and help to provide some resources for world-class athletes who will then spread aloha across the globe. So mahalo to all of you guys who made these bills possible, especially you. Thank you, guys. Aloha. Hey, what are you a surfer? Governor. Oh, okay. My God, he snuck in. I thought, good. Thank you, see you, Governor. Look at this. You know, the portrait stays. Thank you, guys.
Mahalo, Governor Green. Now please welcome Senator Chris Lee, Transportation and Culture and the Arts, Labor and Technology, and Ways and Means Committee member.
Thanks. It's such an honor to be here today amongst multiple governors in the same room at the same time, but also more than that, all the folks who've been championing these bills all this session and for the years that folks have been coming into the Capitol, trying to create recognition around this issue. I'm going to defer to my colleagues, but suffice it to say, I think growing up in Hawaii, growing up in these waters, everybody at some point finds themselves in a sketchy situation, in trouble, and everybody at some point is there to lend assistance when someone else near them needs help. It's just what happens here, and it's something that we are so fortunate in Hawaii to have such strong people and champions in our community bringing that education, that awareness, that training, everything that's necessary for everybody to be a part and play their part when things are needed most, when help is needed most. More than that, for the folks who are out there on the front lines each and every day, lifeguards and watermen and everybody else who are really doing the real work of saving lives. So nothing of our doctors and hospitals who are there on the back end to make sure everybody is getting the health care they need. This is about an issue that is often taken for granted, like traffic fatalities and other things that we've just sort of come to accept in Hawaii. I think too often we realize there are some terrible statistics here. They happen year in, year out, and we just get used to it. But this is a moment when we can look at that and say, it doesn't have to be this way. Almost every single situation is preventable with the right training, the right awareness, the right eyes on the situation. And that's where I think we can really create awareness and ultimately save lives. So with that, thank you all for doing the work you all do to make this happen and ultimately to save lives in the future. And thank you to the governor for championing these issues.
Mahalo, Senator Lee. Up next, I'd like to introduce Senator Glenn Wai, Chair of the Committee on Public Safety and Intergovernmental and Military Affairs, Vice Chair of the Committee on Energy, Economic Development, and Tourism.
Aloha. Thank you, Senator Green, for making today Ocean Safety Days. Not that easy to sign a bill. There's a lot of things that come to your desk that you might not want to sign. But we're thrilled that you are making today and every May 15th Ocean Safety Day. And to my colleagues, Representative Tam and Senator Lee, thank you for getting this across the finish line, because it's been a sheer pleasure to work with the ocean advocates for years. Unfortunately, they've been treading water for years, and finally, this is the year that they finally can freestyle and move forward with these two significant bills. The first, the Duke Kahanamoku license plate bill. I've been trying to champion making surfing as Hawaii as epicenter of surfing for years, because unfortunately, it's not. I've been trying to get surf museum here. There are 2 in Australia. There are 3 in California. There's nothing in Hawaii. We have no competitive high school surfing here in Hawaii. There are 6 states in America with competitive high school surfing. Even New Jersey has competitive high school surfing. It's embarrassing that Hawaii doesn't have competitive high school surfing. And when you think of surfing global brands, Quicksilver, Billabong, Roxy, there are no global brands based out of Hawaii. We really need to take ownership of surfing. This is Hawaii's gift to the world, and we just let it kind of just go. So the Duke Kahanamoku license plate bill is one small step in our effort to really reclaim Hawaii as that focal point for surfing. And I've worked with some of the folks here in this room. We created within the Hawaii Tourism Authority, a surf advisory group. And one of the things that was made known to me is that, they told me, well, Senator Wai, before you start pushing Hawaii surfing message across the globe, we need to appreciate it locally. Because if the people of Hawaii don't sincerely embrace, celebrate, and really take ownership of the ocean, then how in the world are we going to send the message out about Hawaii being the epicenter of surfing to the rest of the world? So it was made known to me that, unfortunately, a majority of our neighbors could not swim 50 meters to save their life. That is a problem. And so this bill, soon to become law, will help raise awareness throughout Hawaii as to the beauty, immensity, and the power of the ocean, and why we all need to be respectful and learn how to swim and celebrate everything the ocean has to offer. So these two bills, the Duke Kahanamoku license plate bill and the ocean safety bill, I think really go hand in hand in one, appreciating the ocean amongst our local residents, and then jettison that out to the rest of the world to showcase Duke Kahanamoku, the father of surfing, and then again make strides to have Hawaii as the epicenter of surfing. So thank you, Governor Green.
Mahalo, Senator Wakai. Next, please welcome Representative Adrien Tam, Chair of the House Committee on Culture, Arts, and International Affairs.
Aloha, everyone. Thank you, Governor, former Governor, Senator Wakai, Senator Lee, and to all the advocates. Thank you so much. This really was a team effort, and I really want to thank the advocates. For many of them, this issue hits really close to home as they've lost loved ones to drowning in Hawaii. But they turned their heartbreak into advocacy, and it led us here today where we are signing two incredible bills, one to designate Water Safety Day as for May 15th moving forward as law, and another one for a license plate that will provide a steady stream of funding to the Duke Kahanamoku Foundation, which does amazing work when it comes to scholarships and grants for individuals and organizations that lives up to the legacy of Duke Kahanamoku. Drowning is the fifth leading cause of fatal injuries in Hawaii. And last year, in 2023, Hawaii has the second highest drowning rate in the entire nation. Today might not look significant, but I understand it is very significant because we're doing incredible work to lower that rate, to make Hawaii much safer. And a lot of this work is owed up to the advocates who continue to push for these bills, but to also continue to push for public education on the dangers of drowning and everything else. So I'm just so grateful for all of them and all their hard work to getting us here to this finish line today. Thank you so much, and aloha.
Mahalo, Representative Tam. Now please welcome Advocate Jessie Horer, Coordinator of the Hawaii Water Safety Coalition.
Aloha, I'm Sarah Fairchild. I'm the Executive Director of the Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation, and I came up with Jessie because she's lost her voice a bit from an illness.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything first?
Well, I just want to thank the governor and our lawmakers for supporting the policy to improve water safety in Hawaii. I think we can all take this opportunity to move forward. We might be back next year at the legislature for more, just warning you all. And we are doing this in memory of our loved ones that we have lost. And we hope that no other families have to go through what we have. Thank you.
I just want to add, a few years ago, we started trying to advocate for this license plate bill to raise money for water safety, and we really weren't aware of how bad the problem was. As you've heard, some of our legislators cite the statistics. Hawaii is at the wrong end of the scale right now. We are leading in too many areas of drowning. And this didn't make sense with our great waterman culture that I spend most of my time promoting. We have these amazing watermen and waterwomen here. A couple of them are right here in this room with us. And we have some of the strongest waterman skills in the world. We shouldn't have people drowning, especially local residents, especially our keiki. So that is why I found Jessie, and we started connecting with a lot of the individuals and groups that are here today because they were already doing great work in water safety. We just realized we could speak more strongly together as one voice. So thank you everyone who has done that this last year, and we're going to do more work. We're starting the statewide water safety plan, and we look forward to working with you on that to publish that in November. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Jessamy and Sarah. Next, I would like to introduce Allison Schaeffer's mother and advocate for water safety. Allison.
Aloha. As a water safety advocate and a parent of a child who drowned in Hawaii in 2004 in a detention pond that had flooded, so every time it rains like today, I think back on those things and the things that we need to do to make our keiki more safe. This advocacy work is really hard. Jessie and Sarah, though, inspired me to pick up the torch and start advocating again. And I'm working with these groups to write the water safety plan for the state with some recommendations. So we definitely will be back to see you all next year with some checklist items that can help make our keiki safer so that other parents won't have to suffer like we had to suffer. And, you know, I just wanted to share, my daughter drowned trying to save another child. My daughter was a swimmer, but I never taught her, don't try to do a save. The other child couldn't swim, so somebody should have taught that child to swim. That would have helped. And this detention pond flooded overnight to the size of like a quarter of a football field and about 8 feet deep and pitch black. And it would have been impossible really for an adult to get out to. And so when I think about it, she never hesitated to jump in and save this child, and she lost her life doing it. So my mantra in all of this is, you know, if a 5-year-old can be a hero, we can all be heroes. And so let's all work together as a state so that this doesn't happen anymore. Let's all be heroes.
I need a moment. Mahalo, Allison. And may little Charlotte Sharkey rest in love. Now please, please welcome Advocate Shirley Deo, President of the Alex and Duke Deo Foundation.
Okay, I'm caught off guard. I'm so sorry. I wasn't prepared. Aloha, my name is Shirley Deo, and I lost a son, Alexander. September will be 19 years. He fell in the ocean on the south side of Kona on a camping trip. And although my family, our community, the local rescue, the County of Hawaii Fire Department rescue tried as hard as they could to find him, I never did bring him home. And then when that's the most unimaginable thing you can experience as a parent, 5 years later, my son Duke fell off a golf cart while going around the neighborhood where I live. I come from the Big Island in Waimea, and hit his head, and 3 days later, he died at Queens Medical Center. So that wouldn't happen to anyone else's family. We created the Alex and Duke Deo Foundation, and I provide water safety education, first aid, CPR training to middle school children in my community. We've been doing that for about 6 years. Prior to that, I was just supporting the junior lifeguard program. But now we have our water safety program that we have in schools, and I'm proud to say it's doing very well. And at the Alex and Duke Deo Foundation, we are creating a culture where water safety education is a way of life. And so I'm so happy to be a part of this. And mahalo to Jessie for her tiresome advocating, and Governor and our senators here for making this a reality. Today being Water Safety Day, and everyone else here. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Shirley. At this time, we are open to any questions from media who have arrived. Terry, anything? Okay. And if seeing none, I believe this will conclude our event, except for the bill signing, which is the reason we're all here. So I would like to invite, of course, governor, legislators, and all the stakeholders to come up to the podium for picture taking, and then, of course, the bill signing.
So this first bill we're signing is the Senate Bill 2841 relating to Water Safety Day. And again, mahalo to everyone who spoke up and began the process of making sure that all the policies align with what our needs are, especially what we heard from these two moms. There we go. Fantastic. And this is relating to our special number plates, which, as we know, is for Duke Kahanamoku, and for the extraordinary gifts that he's given our state and our globe through his efforts as one of our heroes of Hawaii. There we go. Thank you, guys. Those are some pictures of the young people, too, if they like.
We're going to get a few more shots here.
Kids, why don't you come stand in
Yeah, I don't in front.
Which kids are these ones? Guys, come on up front and fill that space there.
Hey, we can get the keiki right in front.
Yeah.
You guys come right here. Can we see the keiki back here too? Yeah. Okay.
One, two, three. One, two, and three. Okay, one more right here. Ready? One, two, three.
Good?
Well, see, I'm glad I know you.